Hello everyone, this is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, sharing. Everything you do here helps this channel grow. It's greatly appreciated. If you'd like to send a donation, a blessing, or a gift, you can do so through PayPal and or Cashapp, and those links are in the description below. So our first card is Risking Failure. Our second card is Dealing with Depression. And our third card is Letting Go of Vengeance. We are going to let it go for a second here. Let you guys kind of just breathe into this reading. Close your eyes. Open them. Choose one or two or three, whatever you feel drawn to. I'm being drawn to Risking Failure. And I'll be right back with your reveal. Okay, for all of those of you who picked card number 1, that is Risking Failure, thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. If you'd like to leave a gift, a donation, or a blessing, you can do so through PayPal and or Cash App. So this is the Risking Failure card. I find this card really, really cool because we're standing out here on the edge of something, right? Standing out there on that branch, and it's the edge of something. It's putting yourself out there and risking failure, risking loss, risking uncertainty, risking instability, risking not being in balance and something happening, right? So let's read what this card says. Failure is a joyless word. Without risk, there can be no gain. If you don't go out on a limb, you will never see the lovely view. So this card really talks about going out on a limb. It talks about really stepping into being brave enough, courageous enough to step out onto that limb and just do what needs to be done. And yeah, failure is a risk, but if you really want it, isn't it worth it is kind of what I'm feeling to say here. If you really, really, really want that new job, if you really, really want that house, if you really, really want to be in that relationship, if you really, really, really want to do that thing that inspires you and really that thing that just causes you to get really intense every time you think about it, right? That thing that just lights a fire under your ass. If this is something you really, really, really want to do, isn't the risk worth it? And I think that's something that a lot of us should be asking ourselves, because a lot of us, we take risks on things and on people, situations that there's no chance of it happening, no chance of it, being the change that we want or what we want. But when we are involved in something that really shakes our foundation, we don't want to put the risk into that. And that is the thing, that thing that really shakes your foundation, that is the thing that we should be putting, going out on a limb for. That's the thing that Spirit is like, hey, wake up, here it is, this is it, this is your opportunity. So we're going to start with the Energy Oracle. We have Woman Holding Coin. We have Adjacent Possibilities. And we have Indecision. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here, a lot of opportunity to make some money, a lot of opportunity to step into that divine wisdom, a lot of opportunity for luck and possibility here. But it seems like you're at a crossroad, right? I have to choose this or this. Which way do I go? What do I do? So we stay stagnant, we stay still, because we don't want to make a decision and fail, right? We talked about risking failure. We don't want to make that decision and fail. But here's the thing. I think that when we're at a crossroads, I think that may be Spirit's way of saying, hey, you can go this way or that way, but either way, if you're going to put in the risk, it's going to work out for you. There's a lot of opportunities and possibilities here that we are guiding you toward, that we want you to invest in. We want you to go out on that limb. We want you to take that risk. right? And you're standing there at that crossroads and you're not quite sure what to be passionate about or what direction to go. And we're bringing that to you to let you know that regardless of whatever direction it is that you choose, it's going to work out. You can choose to go this way and it may not feel what's best for you, but at least you took the risk. Now you can come back and choose that other direction. You can go through this door, take that risk, go through that door. If that door doesn't work out for you, go across the way, go through that door. If that door doesn't work out for you, take the risk, take the risk, take the risk until you find something that creates sustainability and balance and passion in your life. We have the Magician, we have the Star, we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Cups. So I love all of them. I mean, the Magician. So we have the Fool, that's the Fool's journey, and the Magician. The passion, the creativity, the stability, the sustainability, the giving it all to spirit, to source, to God, knowing that sometimes you have to let something go in order to receive and achieve. Sometimes you have to take those risks. Sometimes you have to walk the path, the path unknown, the path less traveled. Sometimes you'll have to go through 20 or 30 doors in order to find the one that really inspires you and really talks to you, really lights that fire under you. And with that Page of Pentacles, this is a new money-making opportunity here. This is an opportunity for a fresh start. This is an opportunity for, I love the Page of Pentacles here. I love the Star here. And this Star is completely different than our everyday witch. For the everyday witch, we talk about as above, so below, and we talk about giving and receiving and finding that balance to be able to release and let go of that fear, and the balance is taking that risk. But with this Star, it's kind of like an overpouring of abundance. And we have all these different paths here, just like we have all of these different opportunities here, and just like we have these two paths here. So I think what Spirit is saying is that regardless of what path you choose, regardless of what path you choose, they're all coming out of the same well, the same body of water, the same brilliance, the same beauty. And we have the wings expanded here and the wings expanded here. So you're really being guided to give this a go. Whatever it is that you find yourself stimulated about, passionate about, happy about, you're really being guided to give this a go. And it's the Magician card in this is kind of like Jesus take the wheel kind of thing. Having blind faith in yourself and spirit and source, having blind faith in that passion, and not being afraid to set out on this beautiful journey and just allow what happens, what may come, what happens. There's a line going through my head. There's a couple of things going on with me here in my head, what I'm hearing. If you've never seen the movie Anti-Mame, it's about a very eccentric woman who just lives life, lives to the fullest. And she's raising her nephew, I believe it is. It's either her grandson or her nephew. And she is instilling in him that passion to kind of live, to kind of go out on the limb, just to kind of just do it, just be free and just throw caution to the wind and to take on these challenges and take these chances and take these challenges and allow yourself a little bit of compassion and empathy as you're doing it, and connecting with that nurturing side of oneself and connecting with empathy and compassion and imagination. I think that's all beautiful. And I love how the Star and the Page of Pentacles is looking at the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is looking at the Star and the Page of Pentacles, and the Magician is like, here we go, hold on to your butts, here we go. So we have the King of Cups. Love that. Ooh, we have the Emperor. Oh my goodness gracious. And we have the High Priestess. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards here. The King of Cups. The King of Cups is the King of Cups gives the sense of, look, Life is to be lived. I know that we all have responsibilities. I know that there are things that we need to do as we're on this journey to find our passion, to find what inspires us, to find what lights a fire in our underneath us, and why we are in this position of using our intuition, of stepping into our passion, of showing empathy and compassion. We also must live, right? We have these things to do. Yes, we have these everyday things to do. Yes, but we also must have fun while doing it. Because if we're not having fun while doing it, what's the point of doing it? If we're not having fun finding what inspires us, if we're not having fun finding what makes us tick, if we're not having fun being in that energy of the magician and the high priestess, if we're not having fun making the plans and creating the energy and taking those risks, then what is the fun of what it is that we're doing and why we're here? The Emperor is creating that roadmap, being gentle and loyal, but also knowing that sometimes there is that fight. Sometimes we do have to fight for what it is that we want. Sometimes we do have to take that risk and fight for that risk, right? There could be barriers of not just your ego, but people and other people's opinions and how other people feel and how other people see you and what other people think about you taking this risk. And all of those can be barriers. And you have to ask yourself, am I willing to fight for that passion? Am I willing to take the risk to fight for what it is that I am passionate about? It could be something very spiritual to you. This could be you stepping out of the spiritual closet, being really inspired by your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your goddessness within, your spirit guides, really pushing you to be that true, authentic version of self. You could be learning a lot about who you are as a spiritual being, having this human experience, and you're willing to take that risk to step out of the box. You're willing to take on the naysayers and to take on the judgment that you feel that you're getting, to take on the to stand your ground and to fight for who you truly are and what you truly believe in. And the Emperor is like that divine masculine energy that is saying, I'm willing to fight for that. I'm willing to live. I'm willing to live. I'm willing to be inspired by everything around me and to allow myself to sit at the head of the table and to take those opportunities and to put myself out there and be vulnerable as I walk through these doors and into all of these opportunities and possibilities. And I'm ready to take that risk. I'm ready to do what needs to be done. And that woman holding coin just really talks about how this can be very financially beneficial for you if you structure it, if you plan it the way it should be structured and planned. Remember, following your intuition and really nurturing yourself here. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, we have freedom. Damn right. The freedom and the Emperor card go together. We talk about answers, having the answers within self. And I think, and then we have grieving. And I think that's what that is. When we are inspired by something and when we find something that really inspires us and we want to move forward on that, I think that we make the mistake of asking people on the outside, what it is that we should be doing. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? And because this isn't their experience, this is your experience, they are going to give you their advice, and everybody's advice is going to be different. You have the freedom here to change. You have the freedom here to open a lot of doors. You have the freedom here for financial security, balance, stability, abundance. There are dreams that are coming true. You are on the precipice of something absolutely amazing and beautiful and encouraging and life-changing. Now, will there be loss? Yes, because when we go through something this life-altering and changing, there's always a sense of grief, of leaving the past behind. there's always that sense of grief for leaving the past behind, right? Knowing that the energy that you are sitting in at the moment is not beneficial to you, and sooner or later we're going to have to take that risk to move forward and to release and let go of what has been holding us back, and step into our future with a sense of freedom and passion and compassion. We have gratitude and thanks. Yes, giving gratitude and thanks to Spirit, Source, God, everyone around you. We talked about being in that Queen of Cups energy, that empathy and compassion. We have meditation for clarity. I love this because in the Everyday Witch, it is the kitty cat that is looking into the well, and the well reflects back a panther. So that meditation for clarity is also a meditation for letting you know how strong you truly are, letting you know how resilient you truly are, letting you know how courageous you truly are. And that is the answers that you're looking for. That's the clarity. And give into your passion. So yeah, this is all about finding your passion. This is all about finding you, who you are, what you want, what are your dreams, what are your desires. Look at all these beautiful butterflies here. We're in this beautiful garden of abundance and prosperity. We have all these butterflies. This is change. We have a butterfly here. We have this beautiful giving into your passion. We have the chameleon here, and her colors are changing from this orange to red and back to orange again. And she's playing this beautiful music, and the butterflies are coming, and she's sitting in the forest, and she is in her element. She has this chameleon down here, so she can be whomever she wants to be, and regardless of who that or what that is, and it kind of gives me the vibe of adjacent possibilities, because she is so into what it is that she's passionate about, and so grateful and thankful for what it is that she's passionate about. She's opening all of these wonderful, amazing doors. So she recognizes that the answers here for change is giving into the passion and giving gratitude and thanks, and not allowing anyone to stand in your way or to deter you from the path that you choose. And I think the reason why we have grieving is because when we choose these new paths, sooner or later, there is a split of something that is no longer beneficial to you and for you. And when we get into that grieving, it's very, very important that we must have compassion and empathy for ourselves and others, right? We are not going to argue. We're not going to bicker. We're not going to fight. We're not going to play the blame game here. This is a separation, an ending of something or someone that has been holding you back, and you are being guided to step into your power, step into that passion, and look toward the future. And the magician is giving you that opportunity. The star is giving you this opportunity. The high priestess and the emperor giving you these opportunities. You have the freedom to expand here, and all you have to do is choose that direction, choose that passion, take that risk. I hope that helps, my darlings. Know that you're divinely guided and loved. Bye. Hello, everyone. For those of you who chose pile or card number 2, dealing with depression, this is your reading. So let's see. First, I'd like to say thank you for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. If you'd like to leave a donation, a blessing, or a gift, you can do so through PayPal or Cashapp, and those links are in the description below. So the Dealing with the Depression card says, depression does exactly what it sounds like. It pushes you down and makes you immobile. When you set your sights outside of yourself and begin to help others, depression turns into expression, the expression of Spirit's goodness through you. So we're talking about removing depression or stepping out of depression by blessing others and by being in a place of love, coming from a place of love and gratitude. And we have yin and yang, and that speaks a lot about what I just read, because we are talking about dealing with our depression from a place of love, a place of gratitude, a place of blessing others, and walking away from that feeling of helplessness and hopelessness and into a feeling of abundance and prosperity. We have the man holding coin here, and this is a gift. This is a blessing from
someone, or a gift and a blessing from someone for gifting and or blessing them. We said in this dealing with depression, it says, depression does exactly what it sounds like. It pushes you down and makes you immobile. When you set your sights outside of yourself and begin to help others, depression turns into expression, the expression of Spirit's goodness through you. So by walking away from this depression, or even bringing balance to feeling how you feel, being depressed and lonely and sad, and balancing that with love and gratitude and hopefulness, there is this sense of someone or something coming forward and allowing you to expand and express more. The walking outside of the gate is leaving something behind. It's cutting the cords of something that no longer resonates with you, that is no longer beneficial or helpful to you. The spheres that we have here are balance and stability. The wands that we have here also talk about balance and stability. We have the scissors, that's cutting the cords. And so pretty much what we're talking about here is finding that balance between who you are as a divine being and what makes you human. Finding that balance, cutting away the things that no longer serve its purpose, stepping into a time of balance and stability, stepping into a time of blossoming, stepping into a time of love and compassion, stepping into a time of nurturing, of empathy and compassion, and then allowing others to help you. There's this sense that you're very, very much in your head, but a transformational time is coming. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. And this is the thing with the Four of Pentacles. It almost feels like that you know what you have to do, right? I know what I have to do. But there's a part of me that doesn't want to realize or recognize what I have to do. There's a part of me that doesn't want to face what is pushing me into depression, what is holding me back, what is holding me down. There's a part of me that doesn't want to let that go, because that is a certainty. That is a for sure. This death card is a transition, a transformation. It's an ascension. That is an unknown. And we as humans more align ourselves with the for certain and for sure than the unknown. So there's a lot of getting out of your head here and a lot of letting go, releasing, letting go. And there are people around you who desire to help you. There are people around you who want to help you out of this depression, or maybe even help you kind of balance it out. Know that maybe it's to help you recognize the good, right? Because as a person who deals with, I've never wanted to label myself. I've been through a lot of trauma. Most of you know that. I've never wanted to label myself as depressed or PTSD from the trauma that I've been through and the things that have happened to me in my life. But I know what it feels like to be so caught up in the things that happen to you, to be so caught up in your head, to be so caught up in the uncertainty and the insecurity, to be so caught up in the self-doubt, to be so caught up in the mentality, the headspace, the feeling of lack, to shut everything else out and to only recognize that. Because if that has been a for sure and for certain in your life, it becomes very difficult to release and let go. And there are people around you who want to help you release and let go. There are people around you who want to help you walk away from all of that and find the stability and the balance that is waiting for you. We have the Fool. So you're starting off on a new journey here. And with that Three of Wands, there's this feeling of, these are all the things that I desire to create in my life. These are all the things that I desire to create. I desire to create abundance. I desire to create prosperity. I desire to create balance and stability and freedom. And with that Three of Wands energy, you are able to do that if you allow yourself to do that. If you allow yourself the freedom to do that. If you say, you know what, Spirit, Source, God, whomever it is that you pray to or relate to or resonate with, I'm ready. I'm ready. I am here to take that leap of faith. I'm here to let Jesus or Spirit take the wheel. I'm ready to create all of these wonderful, amazing blessings that I know that I am worthy of. And the magician is allowing you to be in balance with all of that. The death, the fool, the magician. You guys have so much opportunity here. So much opportunity to step out of that feeling of depression, to step out of that, I'm going to say alignment, because that's what it is. Sometimes because the depression is what is normal, what is consistent, we align more with that, with the depression, with the instability, with the imbalance, than we do with the greatness in our lives. In the everyday witch, the Four of Pentacles is someone locking themselves in this tall tower, right? Receiving abundance, receiving help, receiving stability, balance, prosperity, receiving all of these great things, but also in the background has that fear of the depression coming back and losing everything again. So they lock themselves away with what it is that they've been able to harvest, and then cut themselves off from the energy of more because the status quo is enough. Because once the feeling of that depression comes back, or once the feeling of that anxiety comes back, we kind of hoard everything that we've created because we don't want to lose that. And with Spirit, Source, God, your angels, ancestors by your side, there is no way that you can lose that. And the only probable way that you could lose that is if you turn on yourself, right? Is if you allow the depression, the anxiety to be the master. If you allow it to be at the forefront of your thoughts, your thinking, your movement, right? So there has to be a rebirth and a rejuvenation, and that's what the Death card is. There is also change and progress. I love this card so very much. So with the rebirth and rejuvenation, it's almost like she's washing away everything that was and coming into a time of everything that will be. And the change and progress, it's been a very difficult time. It's been rocky. It's been uncertain. It's been anxiousness, uncertainty, instability, chaos. But you've made it. And you've made it here to get to this beautiful stream of change, this beautiful stream of progress. And we talk about giving love. And when we talked about the dealing with depression, we said when you set your sights outside of yourself and begin to help others, and helping others through love, helping others through transition, transformation, you know what I want to say? Being the change that other people desire to be. So when other people see you change, the people who are dealing with things that you may be going through, when they see you change, they want to make the change too. So by you setting your sights outside of whatever that is that makes you feel depressed, that keeps you down, that keeps you immobile, by setting your sights outside of yourself and helping others, what you're doing turns to expression. And when other people see that, they want to fight for their cause too. They want to fight for what they know is right. They want to fight for that rebirth, that rejuvenation, that love, that progress, that stability, that abundance, that balance, that love. That's that opportunity that allows them to come back into stability and balance and cut those cords of not wanting to face it, not wanting to see it. Because if we're not facing it and we're not seeing it, we're allowing it to grow, right? We're allowing it to create more and more of the same. We think by not facing it and not dealing with it, it doesn't exist. But it does. And you feel it. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you can't feel it. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean other people can't. Right? We wear it in the way we talk about ourselves. We wear it in the way we express ourselves. We wear it by the way we shut ourselves off and shut ourselves away. We wear it by the way we doubt ourselves. We wear it by the way we allow others to project their depression, anxiety, insecurity, and doubt onto us. We take it all in. We take it all in. We take theirs and we take theirs and we take theirs, and we make ourselves responsible and obligated to help everybody else as we're going through the depression that we're going through. And it makes it very difficult, because now we're not only dealing with ours, we're dealing with everyone else's too. How do I make them better? You can't make them better unless you're willing to make yourself better. Right? You have people who say, well, I am the way I am, and the way I am helps others. Yeah, but what about you? What about you? What about making your life better? What about making your life more prosperous and abundant? Spirit Hair has so much change for you, so much opportunity for you, but you can't see it because you're accepting and harboring not just yours, but others, other people's. I mean, there's this feeling like you're feeling responsible for other people's depression, anxiety, insecurity, even though you have nothing to do with it. You see them, you feel for them, you want to heal them and take that away, but you can't heal them and take that away until you start dealing with your own stuff first, right? It makes it impossible. And if you do accept that energy, you're then just pushing yourself further and further down on the in the healing, if that makes sense. So we have fertility and we have clarity, and you could be a psychic, you could be an energy. Okay, so not just a psychic, I think. I think there's a part of you that's an energy healer, but uncertain on how to heal the energy. And that's kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like you take a lot on and you absorb, but you don't know how to release it and let go. You don't know how to cut it. Right? And I think that the depression may be everything that you're feeling. It's an accumulation of what everyone else has projected onto you, or what you have absorbed from everyone else. There's times that I walk into places and I can feel that energy, and my body immediately absorbs that energy. And it takes me quite some time to release myself, to separate myself from that energy. Does that make sense? So there could be times when you walk into a place, or you're talking to someone, or you touch someone's hand, or you touch something, and you feel that energy, whatever that energy is, and you absorb it. And then there's this unknowing on how to release it, right? And you could be dealing with not just you, or if your depression has come from out of nowhere, right? That could be feelings of others, the energy of others. It could have nothing to do with you. So there's this sense of fertility around you. That's all of this: the abundance, the prosperity, the death, the fool, the magician. That is all about fertility. It's all about planting those seeds. It's all about ascending, seeing the clarity, and having the courage and the strength to see that clarity, to see who you truly are. You are a powerful psychic. You're a powerful medium. You're a powerful energy healer. You may know this or not know this about yourself. You may know that you absorb all this energy, but you may not know how to release it. You may not know that you absorb all this energy. And it's this energy that you accumulate, that you hold on to, that is causing you the depression. It probably has nothing to do, maybe not. But what I'm saying is that you have this, you are being guided to, you have this ability to kind of see what's going on. And you also have this ability to change it. You have this ability to step outside of who you are, step outside of this depression, and start expressing yourself, expressing the desire to help others, expressing the courage and the strength to move out of this, and expressing the desire to know more about you, who you are as a spiritual being, having this human experience and seeing the clarity in that. There are people around you who desire to help you, and it's because they love you, not because they want something from you. I hope this helps. Know that you are divinely guided and loved. Talk soon. I'm sorry, you can't see that card, can you? That's a psychic abilities card that was way down here. Know that you're divinely guided and loved. Talk soon. Bye. Hello, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. And if you've chosen pile number 3, Letting Go of Vengeance, this is your reading. If you'd like to offer a blessing or a donation or a gift, you can do so through PayPal or Cashapp. And those links are in the description below. So here we go, letting go of vengeance. Let's read what this says. There is an ancient Asian proverb that says, when you seek vengeance, you shall dig 2 graves, one for the target of your vengeance and one for yourself. Vengeance is universally recognized to be unwise, as it is an overt, premeditated action against another person. So we're talking about letting that shit go, right? We're talking about not doing harm to others because you will advertently do harm to yourself, right? We know that, sometimes we get so angry at people that we want that revenge. We'll feel so much better when we get that revenge. But will you? I mean, really, will you? So we're talking here about healing the heart, healing with love, healing with compassion, healing with empathy. There's a transformation here, and this whole thing is about love. It is about healing through the love of God, through the love of self, through the love of your angels, your guardians, your guides, your ancestors, through the love of family, through the love of just to heal and forgive. Just to heal and forgive. And a lot of people, they can't do it. Look, I have been holding resentment and anger toward my mother since I was 13, and I am now 52. So that should tell you something. I do not have a relationship with her because of the things that she's done to me and the things that were done to me because of her. And I know that is detrimental to my growth, holding on to that anger, holding on to that resentment. But the things that were done to me, I feel are more powerful than more powerful than the forgiveness that I should be giving. So I'm still healing from that, because her actions sent me down a path that was physically, emotionally, and sexually abusive. And if it wasn't for her putting me in that situation at the age of 13, the path that I went down for however many years would have been, it would have been different. If she would have let me stay in Louisiana instead of dragging me to Oklahoma, my life would have been different. If she would have chosen not to leave my father for this other man and then giving me away to a pedophile, my life would have been different. If she would have changed, if her actions were more about caring for her children than doing what she did, our lives would have been different. So I hold this resentment, I hold this anger, I hold this vengeance with a passion, but I also know that I have to love myself enough to let it go. And it's been a process of healing for 30 something years. So there's that 10 of Swords, the Fool. Let me get one more. There we go. The Ace of Wands. So I think with the Page of Swords, we have all of this vengeance trapped in our head. We have all of this anger trapped in our head. And we try our best to move from it, but it's like spitting in the wind. It all comes back. It all comes back. We try. It comes back. So the first thing I feel that we have to do is make that transition, that transformation into healing with love for ourselves. The healing that we offer ourselves has nothing to do with the person on the other side of that healing. It has nothing to do with that person. It has nothing to do with any of those situations. It has everything to do with wanting better for yourself, right? So we have the Fool, And we also have the woman holding heart, which I feel are both transformational energies. We are stepping into a time of releasing all of that, not trying to, and I think sometimes that we try to force the healing. We try to force it. I have to let it go in order to be a better version of me. I have to let it go. I have to let it go. I have to let it go. So we try to force it. We try to force it. And we try to force it. And we try to force it. And every single time an emotion comes up or a thought comes up or something comes up that reminds us of that, we go all the way back, and the progress that we made is cut short. So we really have to start with us. We have to start with us. We have to start the healing process of ourselves through and with love. And there's an opportunity of that coming. There may be an opportunity of traveling. There may be an opportunity of moving away, getting a new opportunity, a new job. But the wands are fire energy. That's passion, independence, bravery, creativity. So you may be going through a process of healing right now that really allows you this time to make this change, right? You may be going through a process of healing now that allows you to really heal in a very different way, right? This healing comes from a place of love, and it's not forced. It's not forced. It's not an I'll show you kind of thing. This healing that you have the opportunity to do at this moment is a healing through all time, space, reality, past lives, present life. It's cutting that energy cord. It's cutting the cord. You know how when we're in our mom's bellies for all of that time, we're connected by that umbilical cord. And some people say that umbilical cord is connected to that divine feminine throughout your life, across many generations and timelines. And this is about cutting that. I know a lot of us through those generations and timelines, we deal with lack. We deal with that poverty mentality. We deal with that lack mentality because we're still attached to that umbilical cord of that mother figure, right? And I think that at this point in time, the healing that you are doing on yourself is cutting that umbilical cord, cutting that cord, that attachment to that mother figure who may have caused you all of this hurt and this pain. And it could be a father figure too. It could be someone who you very much at one point in time loved, desired, needed. It could be any emotional relationship that you've had. I use a mother figure because that's my anger. That is where my healing has to come from. That's where my healing needs to be for myself. That love, that healing, that love for self. For you, it could be a father figure. It could be a brother and sister. It could be a best friend who has done you wrong, backstabbed you, ridiculed you, deceived you. But there is still that energy connection there that needs to be severed, right? You've done a lot of research on this. And you've thought about this a lot. Now you're putting logic behind it. This is why I have to do what I have to do for me. And we step into this Ace of Cups energy. And this is about loving oneself, coming into a time of peace and happiness and celebration. And I love that we have the Mother Maiden Crone here, right? Because when we talked about that divine feminine connection, that motherly connection, that umbilical connection, we have the Mother Maiden Crone here, and this is about celebrating all areas of life and learning the lesson of all of those areas of life, regardless of where you are now, right? We learn the lesson of ourselves as a child. We step into that maiden energy and we learn those lessons of life, and then we step into that mother energy, or we have that mother connection and we learn those lessons, and then we step into the crone energy and we learn the lessons that come before each of those chapters of our lives. And sometimes those lessons are bad. Sometimes those lessons are lessons that we don't even want to deal with mentally or emotionally because it brings up, but we must heal from. We must learn those lessons and heal from what was in order to be in this abundant, prosperous self. Right? We cannot love others if we don't have enough love for ourselves to heal from the things that have hindered us from the past. So, and if you are having difficulty in relationships in your life, this is probably why. This is probably why. There has been relationship or a relationship or relationships in your life that have caused you hurt, pain, uncertainty, insecurity, doubt, physical, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and you have yet to be able to release that vengeance, let that go, and heal for self. And right now, this reading is about healing for self and having the opportunity to do that, moving away, doing something completely different, stepping into your own passions and desires. Talking about passions, we have joy and delight here. We have connect with Gaia here, connecting with Mother. And look, I love how both of these, actually all three of these, talking about connecting to the earth, connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to the ground that you stand upon, putting your hands in the ground, putting your feet in the ground, stepping out in nature, allowing yourself to be, to heal, allowing yourself to heal through nature, allowing yourself to heal through Mother Gaia, allow yourself to cut the roots that are no longer existent and no longer living, so other roots can be created. So other roots can be created. Look what the affirmation for growth is. Look what the cat is doing. Look what she's doing. There's new growth here. There's new growth here. We are not trying to take stagnant and dead roots and retry to revitalize them, because those stagnant and dead roots are no longer alive. They're no longer living. They're no longer of substance. We have to cut that shit, and we have to allow new roots to grow. We have to allow new seeds to be planted. We have to allow ourselves the patience and the time and the love and the healing for self to recognize and understand that those fucking roots that we attach ourselves to those people who have done us wrong are no longer in existence. They are no longer living. They are dead. They're died. Cut them and allow yourself to be present in this moment and allow those new seeds to be planted, those new seeds to germinate, those new seeds to garner new roots that allow you new opportunities. We have transformation here and we have truth here. It is time that we see the truth. It's time that we recognize what is best for us, and that allows us to go through this period of transition, of transformation, of healing, of love, of growth, of opportunity, of passion, of joy, of delight. And then we have finding. This is a reading of finding yourself, releasing the vengeance, releasing the anger, releasing the pain, cutting those roots, establishing new ones, and finding yourself through the power of truth and through the power of transformation. And most of all, through the power of love. Know that you are divinely guided and loved. Take care of you.